So now the one of the most important parts is that we learn to measure the analytics. So analytics play a very important part. So one method of going through analytics is, of course, the Facebook or respective social media channels where we can see analytics. But apart from that, Google as a company also provides Google Analytics. Now, what we can see from these analytics is not only the amount of page views or likes or organic search, non organic search, etc. We can also see the target audience. So, just see this analytics. I'll just explain this. It so happens that this analytics on Facebook is showing us that our post or our page has been viewed by 54% men and 46% women. Now, when we get this gender analytics, we can also say that ideally our target segment is more towards women. Okay, so sometimes these analytics are very obvious. So if it comes to cosmetic products, obviously women will be more. But suppose it comes to, say, a product like an Apple iPhone, then what is the percentage of men versus women who are buying it? So digital marketing analytics or analytics over the social media or Google Analytics, whichever form you're using it in digital marketing, it helps you to strategize a marketing, a segmentation, targeting, positioning based on these analytics. Number one. Number two, you can see, if you see the page, it can divide the page likes demographically. It can divide the page likes as per as the location. The activity can be divided demographically, and so on and so forth. So a complete set of analytics can help marketers to ideally see that where they can target their product. There are companies which also have different pages for different countries. So there are companies which have a different Facebook page for India. They have a different Facebook page for, say, United States. They have a different Facebook page for, say, some other country. Now, in this case, what happens is that the demographics vary. So maybe in India, when it comes to iPhones, men are supposed to be higher out in the target audience vis-a-vis women. So this will be shown by the interactions which happen on the social media page, the page likes, the comments, the activities over the page. This same demographics which we are doing for social media can also be done on the website. So just suppose that I use Google Analytics to see that how is my website performing. So suppose the amount of traffic which is coming on my website, it is divided more towards men than women in India. So I can make further marketing strategies on it. So if iPhone is something that is purchased more by men, or the activity of Apple iPhone is more on the fan pages of social media or elsewhere in India, then I would make an ad for the Indian government according to the Indian language, and I will target the men in it because they are the majority. Now, vis-a-vis this, if the same analytics for a fan page in Japan, and fan pages have to change. So in an Indian ad, if we put an Indian, we feel more related to it. So in a Japanese fan page, when the posts are Japanese and the people in the posts are Japanese, it relates more. So what you have to understand is that for every fan page on social media, different countries have different fan pages, and sometimes, unless and until a brand wants to be global, we do have a different fan page for different country, and different fan pages on different countries give you different sort of analytics. So that's about analytics and how we can study the analytics and devise better marketing strategies. Search engine optimization. Search engine optimization means that I add the content to my website to such an extent that when a person types a keyword, my website should be the first one to open. Okay. Now, here, um, I said it's a paid, it could be a paid service too. So we could pay Google for some particular keywords. Okay, for example, say best research consultants in India. Okay, this is a general keyword. There are other keywords like best research consultants. Now, these general keywords can be bought by Google and we bid for them. What do I mean by bid for them is that, see, if there are many research consultancies in India, including the KPMGs and BCGs, etc., and all of them want a space on the top of the Google first page. So now, which is the company which will be listed on the top? So there's a bidding done with Google where we buy those keywords and we also bid for the keyword. So it is that all these companies, along with all startup companies of research, are going to bid or going to give a certain amount of money to Google in case that keyword reflects and the company is listed on the first page. Now this is comparative. It's not that if KPMG is a very famous company and it gives say $2 per click to Google, every time there's a keyword called best research consultancy, KPMG will open on the top. Nobody can guarantee that. Even Google as a company cannot guarantee that. So, search engine optimization, or the fact that you come on the top of the SERP, search engine result pages, the fact that you come on the top of the Google SERP, it depends on many factors. Of course, buying Google keywords, having Google ads does make a difference. But the moment you enter a keyword in Google or any other search engine, so even if it's a Facebook or Instagram search engine, when the moment you enter a keyword, the crawler, okay, crawler is a program, so the crawler starts searching the web, and it starts searching the web for good content. Okay, so all the customer reviews which are there on the website, all the good reviews that are there on the website, other websites, blogs, Facebook, social medias, they will help to bring your company on the top. That is the reason if I type on Google search bar, if I type best management institutes in India, IIMs will open on the top. The IIMs are opening on the top despite the fact that many private management institutes would be able to pay for the top SERP. The IIMs are coming on the top because when the crawler browses the web, maximum people are talking about IIM. Maximum people are giving reviews about IIM. Maximum people are giving testimonials about IIM. Maximum people are trying to find a query for IIM when it comes to best management institutions. So despite the fact that we do have a paid option of coming on the top of SERP, still it is the content over the net, our performance, product performance, what people are saying about the performance, which will decide whether we'll be on the top of the SERP or on the second or third page of Google. So the quality of content on the website. So some people, what they do is when they come to know about these nitty gritties of online marketing and digital marketing, and they know that the crawler is going to search for this particular word. So let's say there's a person who's searching for a party wear. Okay, a customer types party wear on Google search. Now everybody knows the brands like Zara's and H&M's and Forever 21. They know that people will search party wear, and party wear is a very common keyword that people will use. So what sometimes some companies, not Zara's and H&M's in particular, but sometimes some companies, what they do is when they understand this tactics, they stuff the website with the keywords. So what will they do? They will stuff the website with keywords like party wear, casual wear, party wear for women, party wear for women, stylish party wear. So that party wear, because they know that it's the most common keyword used by people to search for something like this, they will stuff the website with that word party wear. On the website there is also a technical writing which is done in the programming part called meta tag. So that's the backend, the IT person does that while he's constructing your website. If you put meta tags which have this word partyware, it does help the crawler to get to your website. And thus, putting meta tags during the programming of the website will help the crawler to reach there, because the word is same, party where the word is same. So these are tactics which people understand, common tactics. So they stuff the website with those words. They stuff the meta tags at the back end in the programming with those words. But ethically, these things are not right. So if you go on the website of Google, Google has proper ethics and norms for website searching or search engine optimization. And unnecessarily stuffing the website with the words so that the crawler gets attracted to your website and generates traffic over there is ideally unethical. Okay. So now Google has its new machines and crawlers which can detect this. Okay. So what do we want? What is the purpose of this whole digital community? The purpose of this whole digital community is that when the customer types a keyword on Google and the Google crawler takes the customer to the website, the search should be meaningful. The result should be meaningful. There should be something meaningful, concrete, helpful to the customer that the customer should find on the website. So, when it comes to the product party wear, when it comes to reviews of party wear, when it comes to sizes available in party wear, the crawler should be able to reach there, and the customer should be able to view that website. The customer should be able to search these products, and it should be of use to him. So that is what is wanted in this whole scenario. For this, Google has very strict norms, and these very basic DM parameters, like the ones I told you, adding meta tags, etc., technically to draw the traffic there. This is something which is very, very common, and Google knows it, and the crawler can find it out. So, end of the day, uh, that is the reason content marketing had become a very, very big parameter when I was doing digital marketing components. The content and how useful it is to the user, and how he reviews it, and how long he stays on your website, Google has all data. And it is on this basis that it's going to list you on number one, rather than putting meta tags or increasing the comments, increasing the likes on Facebook. All that will not help coming up in the SERP. This is an example of search engine optimization on Facebook. So, the moment the brand is entered, you'll be very fortunate if the brand is entered. Generally, the brand is not entered, a product is entered. So, I straight away don't type IIM, I type Best Management Institutes in India. I straight away don't type Apple iPhone, I type a good mobile phone in India, something like this. So, if you're fortunate enough that be it the Facebook search or be it the Google search, your brand has been typed right in the beginning, you'll be very, very fortunate, because then listing your website on the top is going to be very, very effective. But this sort of a search is luckily fruitful only to brands which are known. So if it is an Adidas or if it is a Puma, of course, it can be listed on the top because the moment you put the brand. But when it comes to a startup company, okay, that might not be possible. Okay, for a startup company, I think, I mean, if there is a startup company on Amazon, and Amazon has this keyword search. So if I am looking at Amazon and I'm looking at a cheaper version of cheaper track pants, so what you'll type generally is track pants, okay, not the name of the brand. So ideally, vis-a-vis the brand, the generic keywords are more famous on search engines, be it Google or be it social media. There's another concept which is very, very famous, which is called pay per click ad. So, like in newspapers, there is a portion of an ad or an area of advertisement which is bought by a brand. So, it is there in Hindustan Times, it's there in Times of India too. So, there are portions of the newspaper that you buy and you're paid for it. Similarly, even on the social media, there are portions. So, if this is a Facebook page, if you see the red color bordered picture, that is supposed to be an advertisement of a brand called Poland Spring, okay, and it has been bought by this brand from Facebook. Now, unlike a traditional marketing where we buy an area of advertising from, say, Hindustan Times, and we just sort of pay to them one time. In digital marketing, when there is an ad area we buy and there's an ad we put up, say on Facebook or Instagram or any other, say, read of mail. So when we put up an ad, the person is supposed to be clicking it to get revenue from this ad. So if somebody clicks it, only if the customer clicks it, will I have to pay, will the company have to pay to the person who's given me the space? So suppose Facebook gave me this space and I'm a company by the name of Poland Spring, and the ad is reflecting to the customer day in, day out, but he is not clicking the ad. I, as Poland Spring, will not have to pay anything to Facebook. But the moment the customer clicks on the ad, I will have to pay a certain amount, and this amount is called pay per click amount. So it could be $1, it could be $2, whatever has been agreed on. Okay. Uh, Also, despite the fact, I mean, the good thing about a pay per click ad in digital marketing or online marketing is that hundreds of people are going to see my ad, and I'll not have to pay a very hefty amount because only if they click, I'll have to pay. But the sad part of pay per click is that despite the fact that the person clicks my ad and it will be redirected to my website, the traffic will increase, the people will reach my website. But if the website is not good enough to lure the customer, the person will just bounce out, or what we call the bounce rate. So he'll just leave the website and go away without even seeing my products or without even, buying my products. Okay. And and if that happens, I have spent, say, $2. I have spent, say, $2 on this ad, and I've got nothing out of it. So the person came to the website and he just left. So what I mean to say is, all these components that I'm explaining: search engine optimization, social media, email marketing, website designing, social search engine optimization, all these, Google Analytics. So all these have to be synchronous. They have to be, together to be able to give you a good marketing output. Okay, no, none of these functions of digital marketing can be done in isolation. Okay, and if you feel that the content of the website can be compromised because I'm getting a lot of traffic and I'm very famous, that is also a mistake. Viral marketing and word of mouth marketing. So let me explain this with this one little post that I got over WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is a very, very effective social media, but sometimes, it's not authentic. So this is way back on 22nd March, when people were saying that, while we did bang a few utensils to, or made a noise, so that, it was to applaud the health workers, the workers in the health industry, doctors, nurses, etc., who were fighting COVID while we were locked in our houses and pretty safe. Now, this is, if you read out, this is the type of viral posts that, go on, and they go on viral, as in they spread with a lot of speed. So like a normal virus, they spread with a lot of speed. Now, if it is a general post like this, I won't be much bothered. But if it is something to do with my brand, and a negativity is spreading virally, that is where I have to be very, very careful. So, one case which happened, which was of this sort was the case of the H&M coolest monkey. Now this was actually just a hoodie which said coolest monkey in the jungle, and they used a black boy for advertising, which is absolutely normal, and they had the hoodie displayed on their website at a price of 7.99. So this is not even an ad. It was just a product which they had advertised on their website. It's a merchandise they had advertised on the website. Now, this created a lot of viral ruckus when it came to H&M and bad-mouthed it to a very large extent, because um, the criticism that came in was that this phrase "coolest monkey of the jungle" is something which is related to racism in the tenure of whites and blacks. Now, the blacks related it to it, and especially in the African countries, Kenya, Johannesburg, the showrooms of H&M were destroyed because of this one particular merchandise that was reflecting on their website. So they went through a lot of um, a lot of loss. Even in India, there was a revolt against this ad. Um, Now, this, when something becomes so viral and something which you don't intend to, I'm dead sure H&M did not intend to, but even with a brand like H&M, and bigger the brand, the more viral the problem could be. So for such type of problems, we have a totally different domain in digital marketing, which is called online reputation management. So ORM is the domain, online reputation management. And you have to, as a company now, you have to come over and explain the people on the web. So what H&M did is, H&M, to handle this problem of reputation management over the net, what H&M did is, uh, H&M posted a YouTube video of this model's parents. So they were the parents of this boy, and they were very positive about the ad, and they said that we had no problems working with H&M, and this is not what the hoodie intends to say about black people. And they came in defense of H&M, saying that they were absolutely fine with their boy modeling for it, and this is not a racist comment. But things didn't get better, despite the fact that these strategies were tried on digital marketing. Things didn't get better, and thus H&M had to apologize for the racist hoodie. Now, despite the fact that I'm dead sure that the company didn't intend to do anything like this, or didn't intend to get into any such controversy, but because it got into a controversy over the net, and because this post or this negativity became very viral, they had to finally apologize and finish off something that they never even started. Okay, different people have different methods of online reputation management. So if you go on the website of Zara as a company on Facebook, you see there are a lot of negative comments, vis-a-vis a positive comment, especially when it comes to online marketing, especially when it comes to refunds with products. So people are writing all sorts of things, actually abusing the company. Now, how do you manage this? Deleting a negative post is not a solution to this, because the moment you delete one post and somebody says that I wrote a concern on the social media or on the net, and it's been deleted, it backfires for the company. What could possibly be done is that for every one negative post, you generate two positive posts. Now, whether you do it in an organic manner, that is by increasing the number of positive fans for that particular company, or you do it in a paid manner, where digital marketing agencies could employ people to comment on the page and increase the positivity of the page vis-a-vis the negative comments, whatever it is. But the online reputation management is one domain of digital marketing, um, which has to be practiced and has to be kept as a contingency by most of the big brands, especially because something going viral will be very derogatory. Number one. Number two, when something like this goes viral, the content that gets generated, it's all about content. So the content that gets generated about H&M over the net, be it social media, be it blogs, be it YouTube, etc., the content is all negative. Now, when we come to search engine optimization and the crawler starts crawling, and if suppose the keyword is fashion, best fashion brands of the world, suppose this is the keyword. Now, when the crawler starts crawling, it sees a lot of negative comments for H&M. Now, whether H&M intended to do it or did not intend to do it, that is a separate thing. But so much of negativity over the net when it comes to comments and customer reviews and opinions of people, this could lead to the page going to the next page of Google, or the SERP to get affected when it comes to a Google search, or even if it comes to a social media search. So these are the few things we have to be very careful of. I have tried to cover most of the things which have which I thought were important. Coming back to concluding this, if I go to my first slide to conclude it, yeah, so I've explained all these components in digital marketing, and I hope now the audience and the participants understand that digital marketing is not only social media, it's not only Instagrams, it's a huge field. And this is just one part of the field. There are other fields like e-commerce, which is an absolutely different field. There is another field called online marketing, which is an absolute different field vis-a-vis traditional marketing or digital marketing or e-commerce. So all these subjects are related, and they are parameters of going online while marketing. So that'll be all from me. Thank you so much.